All right, yeah. So I like to say hello to everybody from the Old School Roller Pigeon Show. We'll be doing a live stream and we're going to get a chat going. But for right now, this is still in the test mode. So I'm Max Bravo. I'm the host of the Old School Roller Pigeon Show. The Old School Roller Pigeon Show has been created so it could give us a little platform to talk about some of the birds that we have, uh, some of the things we want to do with the flies, or a way of giving information out, notifications, and things like that. So we're getting back into the fly season. I talked about yesterday or a few days ago that I opened up boot camp. And boot camp was just a way of me monitoring the birds that had been set down. I believe I locked them down October. At the end of October, it got where I couldn't fly. So October, and then what is it? After about 3 months, into October. So January, February, March. So with that being said, this lockdown went on pretty long, and
All right.
be able not to fly the birds was kind of hard, and keeping them alive and healthy. So I was able to do that, but they got stiff on the wing, real stiff, and so I didn't have a sun cage out for them for a lot of that time. I probably should have put a sun cage out, but I just thought, But eventually, right before I got ready to start flying them, I put the sun cage out, and the sun cage actually was to rehome them, to let them see the area, and to get them used to going back out through the trap, even the door opening. I did that. And so the first day I flew them, it's like they went to the roof. They did about 3 or 4 little loops, and they landed, and they were huffing and puffing. Their wings was drooped out, their wing butts, and they just didn't look good. But I figured I at least got them. And they didn't want to come out the cage, actually. So I had to really flag them hard to get them out. So after I got them out, I just went on and I figured it out. I said, okay, let me fly them. I did that. So, but yesterday was the 4th day. And then, so you might think, well, I started, but we had 2 days of rain. So those 2 days I couldn't fly them. I wasn't going to let them out in that weather. And yesterday was really dark, overcast. So it was probably not a good day to fly, especially if you're not an experienced flyer, because you can lose your birds very easy, depending on the wind temperature, how it's blowing. Does it blow cloud cover over? How high was the clouds? And just variable. So I found out that I needed not, fly no birds under that circumstance. But I flew them. I knew how to do it. I knew it was a pretty high ceiling, and I knew they wasn't going to go too high, just based on the condition they're in. And they didn't. They went up a little bit. They stayed under the ceiling, and they actually hit it pretty good. They rolled pretty good. But I'm really not trying to get them into the roll right now. I'm just trying to get them their stiffness off their wings. So boot camp is they go every day. I try to get them twice a day, but at least once a day. And I finally put them back on the barley. So we're going to talk about barley. I'm going to open that up, and we're just going to have a whole conversation on barley, because there's a lot of misconceptions on what barley does. I'm going to bring out some definitions from the internet, and some clarification on what these different products do far as the birds. And so kind of get rid of some of the misnomers and tell you the pluses and the minuses of using barley and how long you should use it and so on. So we're going to talk about that as well. So this is just a little 5-minute run just to introduce you guys. And oh yeah, I'm repping 119 camp, the 119 camp. You know, Jack the Ripper. Yeah, I got Jack the Ripper. So give a shout out to my boy James Beltran, a guy that really we're kind of sponsoring on the Old School Roller Show. We want Beltran to do good. You know, we're trying to cut some of the how do I say it? Negative talk and some of the negative behavior out. You know, because I noticed that sometimes when it comes down to these conversations, they just can't be about one thing that it should be about. Sometimes it gets into the personalities and the different debates that we're trying to just get a subject and talk about it intelligently. So, you know, new people can learn and they'll be able to, you know, actually understand more about what the pigeons do and have a little bit more, you know, insight. That's really what we're trying to do. And the Old School Roller Pigeon Show is going to be committed to doing that, actually showing these things and making sure that we can call in. I have a comment line that I haven't opened up yet, but it's a chat. So when I go to my chat, I'm gonna be able to go to the chat and then bring you on. You'll wait in the queue, and then I'll be able to bring you on and entertain your questions on live stream. So that's the plan. That's what we want to do. But this right here is just a stream test because we want to make sure our connection's good, that we have good volume, we have good modulation, that our video is showing right, you know, all these things. So this is just a test just to see how it works. And so really going good, happy about it. All right, so for the Old School Roller Pigeon Show, we're going to have our new broadcast up, and it's the part 2 series of the 119 camp. That's going to come out this week. It's April 1st today. So another month of flying. So we ought to be really trying to get these birds rolling. And also keep track of your bird of prey, how many times you get attacked, or how many times the bird of prey hits your kit. Hang on to that, and any interesting experiences and any information that with regards to the time you got hit, or was it one, or what type of bird it was, and so on, then we can also talk about that too. All right, so this is about 8 minutes into the live stream. I'm going to sign off now and say, hey, maybe tonight we can get something going, but in the near future, for sure, I have to send out a link. And you have to be a subscriber to the Old School Roller Pigeon Show, coupon code 1004, if you want to participate on this live stream. So anyway, I want to say, in the words of one of my partners, he says, roll them, never hold them. You guys have a great day. Out.